And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kyle the Pug Sports Review Show, where we talk about all the hottest sports topics in the sports world, whether that includes professional, collegiate, high school, maybe even the kids. You got to give some love for the kids who play sports, right? And that other nature. We bring it to you around the clock on YouTube, 24/7. Well, not 24/7 because it's a 30-minute show for crying out loud. But we bring it to you here first, here on the Sports Review Show. So that being said, welcome to the show, guys. I am, of course, Kyle the Pug, a.k.a. Kyle Lodi, the host of the most of the man with the plan. And this is an individual who decides to see people hit other women with their kids around. I don't know why. He told me this. His words, not mine. It's Cowboy Nick.
I don't know. First, it wasn't a man and a woman hitting each other. It was two women fighting over a bottle of perfume for, I guess they were just doing some last-minute Christmas shopping, and they both wanted the same perfume. It was the last bottle, so they basically Jerry Springer fought for it.
And that goes to tell you that you can't trust other people in this world. And not only that, people decide to do some crazy things around this time of the year, so it's not really shocking.
Ain't that the truth, right? We're freaking ditching another woman because she wanted that perfume because it was the last one, and you couldn't just wait to get another one? Like, seriously.
Oh, my God. It's just like Black Friday all over again.
Like, come on. It's like, seriously, now that lady's got to go to jail for freaking decking another woman on the holidays for over a bottle of perfume.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang.
Well, let's not talk about that anymore. Right now, we got some topics here to talk about on today's show, which includes, the Week 12 recap, Hockeytown, and of course, we got the NCAA championship coming up here also. But first, we are going to talk about the recap of Week 12 in the NFL. Not the Thanksgiving games, because we already done that, but Sunday's games for the NFL. We're going to just name off some random games. I don't know what I'm going to, name. But I'm just going to go scroll up and down, land on a game, and then, we'll talk about that game from there. So that being said, let's get started. So the Ravens actually managed to escape by the skin of their teeth against the Bengals, 19-14. What were your thoughts on that game?
All I could say when I saw that game was I was just like, man, the Ravens, they wanted it. They
despite the Bengals, getting a safety too.
Without a fight kind of thing.
Yeah, despite the Bengals getting a safety too, which they got 5 points in the fourth quarter, and of course, yes, Cowboy Nick, 2 points is a safety for those who wanted to know. But yeah, the Ravens fought hard. They're still in the fight for the playoffs, and they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
Oh, I would be. Hey, I would be if I was there. I would be feeling good for myself if I was like the underdog and I'm holding myself up to a higher standard. Yeah, I would be.
All right. So next game we're going to talk about is, of course, the Cardinals losing by not double digits, but like the Cardinals would lose to the Falcons. How should I say it? 38-19. So basically, the Falcons doubled their score of what the Cardinals had.
Well, you can kind of imagine it like this. You knew it was going to happen because, like, when you look at a team like the Falcons and you look at a team like the Cardinals, and you don't really see a team that, when it comes to the Cardinals, that you look at that was going to do any damage to, might I add, to the other teams, besides the fact that when you look at it this way, you look at these teams and you're saying to yourself, what just happened? You're looking at that and you're saying to yourself, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Well, you have to look at it for yourself and say, what could I have done better? Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of people out there saying, what could I have done better? But you know what? They still haven't done it. And all I have to say is this: you have to learn from what you did wrong and go back and do it again.
Well, speaking of learning what they did wrong, the Browns don't seem to get that motivation for some reason because their losing streak is now 0-12. They are now on a 12-game losing streak this season as they lose to the Giants 27-13.
Yeah, when I saw that, all I could say to myself, or all I could think of was basically, can I get a hug? Is basically what I could just think about, because when you look at something like this, when you look at teams like this, and you're thinking to yourself, what did I do? It's like you do. If you wake up after getting in.
Why did you sound like a pedophile saying that?
Well, it kind of makes you think that. When you look at it, it's like, I'm not trying to be like evil. I'm just saying it like when you look at it.
No, you don't sound evil. You sound like a pedophile.
Well, I'm not, but I'm just saying it's just one of those things that you look at and you say to yourself, why did you do it? And the guy, and you're like watching Law and Order, and the guy looks at you. I was bored.
Yeah, just a little bit, huh? Oh, excuse me. Moving on to our next game I'm going to land on, and okay, so then we have the Rams and the Saints just absolutely going into their home crowd and just, absolutely obliterating the Rams 49-21. Breeze 4 touchdown passes, 310 yards, and then, Goff did really well at his actual start, too. He had 3 touchdowns, only 1 pick, but hey, he's off to a good start nevertheless, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is with that, I honestly did think that this game would have been closer. But you can't really underestimate the Saints that much. But a lot of times,
despite their woes that they've had all season long.
Yeah, but you have to look at it like this. It could have been it's like one of those old things. The old thing, you could have got more. That game, it could have they could have had more.
Yeah, like I said, Goff did really, really well for his start, but again, the Saints just proved to be too much at home.
Pretty much, yeah.
And now we are going to go to the Bay Area side of things, but, which team we land on. Okay, so the 49ers, they almost snapped their streak, but it wasn't enough as the Dolphins prevailed at home 31-14. So Ndamukong Suh tackled Kaepernick 2 yards short of the goal line as time ran out, and the Dolphins secured their win. So Kaepernick did play his best performance of the season, despite all the issues going around. He had 296 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he rushed for 113 yards. So yeah, do you see a comeback made possibly? What is your insight on this?
All I can say when I look at the inside of this is basically finally he's getting it, but it's coming to a point where it's getting a little too late for him to okay, I'm getting what I need to do now. Okay, you should have known what you needed to do for your team a long time ago before you got to this point.
Yeah, but the Dolphins prevailed at home. They did their thing, and yeah, that's how they got the win. So moving on to another Bay Area team, the Raiders winning in a close game against the Panthers, 35-32. This was kind of expected to be a shootout. Don't get me wrong, but we had Derek Carr, 315 yards, 2 TDs. Then you had, of course, Ted Ginn leading the receiving way on the Carolina end, 115 yards and 1 TD. So basically, this was just a pretty much slobber knocker, as you would put it.
It pretty much is, and I didn't put it that way. That was taken from the great JR, as he talks about in one of his videos. Okay, here comes Kate. But as you look at it, and you did see it, yes, it was a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. And, but the one thing is I was surprised about in this one was the fact that the Panthers didn't seem to be nervous in this game. They seem to have all their ducks in a row.
Yeah, they had nothing to lose that game since they've had their issues on and off the field, especially with Cam Newton's head injury, concussion from a while back. And yeah, they seem to be a little more motivated than usual. And then the last game we're going to talk about Monday night, Packers and the Eagles. The Packers came in on the road. They did their thing. Rodgers put up a performance, a very good performance, and the Packers won by 2 touchdowns against the Eagles, 27-13.
Yeah, and that one right there, I had a feeling that it was going to come down to like something like that because, like I said before in our last show, yes, it's in the Eagles' favor, but you can't underestimate the Packers.
And this is the Eagles' first loss at home we're talking about here. I know they're 5-6, but this is their first home loss.
Exactly. But like I said before, you can't underestimate the Packers. If they want something, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on here to our next topic of the show, we're going to stay in football, but we're going to go to the college side of things where we're going to talk about the NCAA championship schedule. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, what it means is that there's going to be some teams playing for conference titles and, of course, some locks to try to get into bowl games. And we're going to be talking about that here right now. So, that being said, I'm excited. I know Nick's excited for all of the conference title games. So, we're going to get straight into it. So, just rapid-fire picks. Here we go. So, we have, okay, so this is on Friday, December 2nd here because it's Friday and Saturday games. So, we have number 17 Western Michigan against Ohio, and it's at Ford Field in Detroit. And the time the game's being played, it'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So for those on the West Coast, it's 4 p.m. Pacific time. So who do you have in this game, Cowboy?
Well, in this game, I'm going to have to go with Western Michigan for the fact that they do have a good game, 30 touchdowns for 200 with Zach Taylor with 228 with 228 total, plus 318, which totals up to 3,860 86 yards and 30 touchdowns in the passing game. Yeah,
Okay, remember, this is rapid-fire picks, so you don't have to name all the stats. Just give me a pick and just by how many points. It's just like the NFL. So.
Well, okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and say this. I'm going to go with Western Michigan, and I'm going to say it's going to be Western Michigan 31, Ohio 28.
Okay, so I like Western Michigan also, but it's going to be by a touchdown. I think the outcome will probably be decided by a touchdown of that factor. So, moving on here, so of course we got everybody's favorite conference, the Pac-12, for most of us here on the West Coast, but any other side of the continent is probably, but I'm not going to talk about that. But anyways, we got number 8 Colorado versus number 4 Washington. It's going to be a really good game between these two teams. So, that being said, I'm probably going to pick this one first because this game's also on Friday. So this game's at 6 o'clock. It's at Levi Stadium. Not really the best stadium, but, you know, it's kind of makes sense for that game to be played over there. I like the Washington Huskies here by 2 touchdowns. And I think Jake Browning is going to lead the way as the Heisman hopeful for this team. And the kids had a hell of a year. Washington's had a hell of a year. If they win this game, they're going to be in the college playoff for sure. So I like Washington by 2 touchdowns.
And you know, I like Washington too, also by 2 touchdowns. But I'm going to say this: Colorado's defensive line, that front line that Colorado has, is tough. So I'm going to have to say it's going to be Washington. But you cannot in this game. I'm going to say this to all you fans out there, even if you say, "Oh, the Cowboy Nick's an idiot," Colorado. The defensive game is tough. It's been tough all year. They've brought them to a 10-2 area. So you're looking at a team right now who is still hungry, but when you look at this, they're ready for more. And when you look at Colorado, they're always ready for more. Kyle?
Okay, moving on here. We got the Big 12. We're going on Saturday's games. We're going to go Big 12. Oklahoma State at Oklahoma, and it's in Norman, Oklahoma. So, Cowboy, you want to give a pick here?
I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I'd have to go with Oklahoma, but I also love Oklahoma State. So it's like this. I'm going for Oklahoma, but I love Oklahoma State too. So it's like one of those things where you're like, you know, what I mean, it's like you're getting ready to go on a big date, and you're like, oh, I like this shirt, but I like this one too. You know, it's like you don't know which one's gonna win, but you want Oklahoma. You want.
Nick, I'm gonna get you a shirt where it's like half Oklahoma, half Oklahoma State. I'm just gonna combine them together and give it to you for Christmas. But I also like, well, not also, but I do like Oklahoma in this game by 10 points. I mean, I feel like, you know, it's gonna come down to time of possession. I feel like Oklahoma is gonna control most of the way through the game. So I like Oklahoma here by 10 points. So.
It's gonna be in Sooners home stadium, so it's gonna be one of those things where you're like, oh shit.
All right, so SEC conference. Oh boy, everybody's favorite division and everybody's heavily favorite conference. So we have Alabama still undefeated against number 15 Florida, and it's at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. So that being said, I'll pick here. I like Alabama here by 3 touchdowns. I think they're just going to roll over Florida.
Yeah, I like Alabama by 3 touchdowns, so I just think Alabama is going to roll over Florida, and it's basically going to be like what they do every year. It's just going to be, you're going to see Alabama come in there, Crimson Tide's going to flush in, and then once the game's over, everyone's going to talk about how Alabama did this and Alabama did that, and it's just going to be Bama all over again.
All right, so we got the ACC title game. We have number 3 Clemson trying to fight it for a college playoff spot against number 23 Virginia Tech, and this is at Camping World Stadium in Orlando. So, who do you got in this game, Cowboy?
I'm going with Clemson, but I'm going to say this: it's going to be Clemson, but it's going to be Clemson by a field goal.
Clemson by 17 points. I'm just going to go completely the other way. I know Clemson's going to win. They're going to fight for a playoff spot, but 17 points is probably the way to go here because I think they're going to control most of the ball. It's going to be a Clemson football game. So, that being said, we are going to go on to the Big Ten now. We have number 6 Wisconsin and number 7 Penn State, and this is a game to try to get into the fight for the Rose Bowl. So, who do you have in this game?
I have to go with the Badgers in this one. I've been studying this game all night, looking at different players, like what they've been doing for their teams. And honestly, I have to say this. I have to go with the Badgers because, man, like you look at Wisconsin and you look at this game, Penn State may be the home team, but it's all Wisconsin in the end.
Well, actually, neither are the home team. It's being played at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, but I'm going to go the other way here. Penn State by a field goal. I know Wisconsin's got a great all-around squad. Defense is really, really good. But I feel like Penn State's special teams is going to come into play here. I like them by a field goal in this game. So, moving on here, we have, of course, the Mountain West. And I know this is kind of a minor game, but Mountain West Conference title game. We have San Diego State against Wyoming. Who do you got in this game?
I'm going to go ahead and stick with Wyoming. I think Wyoming's going to be a little bit. I'm going to say Wyoming's going to be stronger than is going to be stronger. And when you look at Wyoming, you look at a team that always is just dying for more.
Wyoming by a touchdown for me. So, like I said, for those who didn't hear, Wyoming by a touchdown. So, moving on here, we got the American Athletic Conference game, and this is like around noontime. We got Temple going up against number 19 Navy in the conference title game. So, I like Navy here, but by 3 field goals. So that's 9 points, Cowboy.
I'm going to go with Navy as well. But I am going to say this for most people who don't know about this. You have to watch out for Temple defense because Temple does have a good defensive game. It's not talked about a lot, but their defensive game is very crisp and disciplined. So be on the lookout at Annapolis to see what's going to go down. So Pal.
All right, yeah. So that's where you were mentioning about the defense also, and I feel like the defense could come into play here in this game. That's why I said Navy by 3 field goals. So and that's of course where the special teams comes in.
But Kyle, when you look at Temple, like for the most part, every year you look at them, they always seem to have their defensive game always seems to be they're always one of those teams that have that defensive game that everyone talks about. So,
they might be one of the most dangerous unranked teams, along with who else is also on their unranked. Yeah, I mean, with Wyoming. Wyoming's not bad, but I almost couldn't think for a second because Wyoming's not bad. San Diego State, they're also good too in their own way. But it's gonna be a game where field goals are gonna make a huge difference here between Temple and Navy. Whoever gets the most field goals probably wins. I mean, I know there's gonna be a couple of touchdowns involved, but I just feel like it's gonna come down to field goals. When it comes down to field goals, yeah, they're definitely gonna be. It's going to be an interesting game. So, that being said, we are moving on with our final topic of the show, which, of course, is, hey, it's Hockeytown. And you know who's the host and star of the segment. Well, you guys already know. So, Cowboy Nick, the floor is yours, pal.
Thank you, and welcome, folks. And today we have a great show. We have a great topic for you today. It's going to be, besides just what's going to go down, we're going to talk about a guy named... and this is called the Unsane Guys, like Nikita Kovic and Ryan Studer, Craig Anderson, and Rivers Hockey Hardware so far. So this is talking about some stuff that's been going around for a while now. Yeah, corner McDavid is pretty special. The Edmonton Oilers captain is just 19 and leads the NHL in scoring. But the guy who has impressed me the most this season is Tampa Bay Lightning winger Nikita Kovic, coming off a career best of 30 goals, a 30-goal season in 2015-2016 season. A bit of step back would have been understandable. For the 23, and think about this, guys, he is 23 years old, and he's a 23-year-old winger, especially after Lightning's captain Steve Simmons went down with a knee injury. Yeah, he went down a while back with that knee injury. Still nothing about him coming back yet. But Jordan has been one of the catalyzing and the catalyst for a recent Tampa Bay team that has not only served Smithcock's absence, but has actually thrived without him. Tuesday, Kovic was second in the league in scoring, and just 3 points back from McDavid, despite having played one fewer game. So he deserves the quarter season Hart Trophy nominee. After this looking a two-person race between Shea Weber and Brant Brunis, the latter have just signed an 8-year contract extension, but when I dug a little deeper, Ryan Studer stood out. Yes, his minutes are down from the last season, but smooth skating Minnesota Wild veteran is still averaging 27.34 a night in ice time, second in the NHL, and he continues to log those minutes, mostly against opposing teams' top offensive units, while having the two lineups with 3 or 4 different defensive partners because of the Wild injury issues. Yes, the Wild right now are having their last count was they have 10 players out with different injuries so far. So yeah, right now there's as of stating that the Minnesota Wild is now the new home for healthcare. So if you're playing hockey, you better get some of that healthcare going. Sutter is also producing flight.
Some leftover Obamacare.
Huh?
I said some leftover Obamacare.
Pretty much, right? You guys better get your hands on it because, come on, like half their lineup right now is being brought up from their minor league, in Ohio. So half the roster right now is people from the Ohio Wild, which is the AHL affiliate of Minnesota. So they're bringing them up from Ohio. So think about that. Okay, guys, think about that. You have a roster where half of your guys are basically 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 24 is what's playing on the ice right now for your team, and your head guys, your best guys are all injured with either one guy has Michael Federich has 5 broken toes.
That's a young squad right there.
Yeah, but their best guy, who's our age, has 5 on 1 foot, Kyle. This is 1 foot. He has 5 of his toes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all broken.
That's gotta be really painful.
Yeah, try skating around on ice with 5 broken toes.
The pressure on that is just, I don't even want to imagine that.
I know, right? I don't even want to know. It's like I wonder if he does a fake smile when he goes out on the ice. It's like, here he is! And then he like has that fake smile, like, you know, and you're like fucking hate all of you, you fucking suck, you know? And just like looking in the crowd. But Sutter is also predicting slight ahead of this year's team with a 62-point per game. So yeah, so this guy who we were just talking about with Minnesota has a .67 points per game. So you think about that, he's scoring 67 points every night he plays. Not bad. Yeah, exactly. And his 14 points are tied for 9 in the league. Most impressive is that the Wild, this is the Wild again, the Wild leads the league in goals allowed per game. So basically they're scoring goals, but they're also allowing people to score on them. How does this work? How do you know, what is this, like preschool? Like, Mommy, look, I got an award today. What did you do, honey? I pooped my pants.
Only you would bring up something like that.
Well, no, I'm gonna kill school for later on this week because he sent me a song called "My Jizz in My Pants," but that's sort of the point. But
Okay, well, that has nothing to do with me, but.
No, I know, but still, it's just like one of those things. It's just like basically, I'm gonna go Darth Vader on his ass later. And then they're also saying that the GAA, the Goalie Association of America, is under 2.100. Sutter is a key part of a coach Bruce defensive game plan. So basically, he's basically what's making them win. And we're gonna go down and talk about one more because I have to bring this up because even Kyle's got to hear about this guy. First, what Anderson is dealing with, and this is not me. This is what was written by ESPN, but this is what makes it funny. What Anderson is dealing with on a personal level with his wife battling cancer, a formidable effort, but for the 35-year-old to be playing at such a high level for surprising Ottawa Senators, giving the personal circumstance is more than a little mind, and this is what Kyle's going to like seriously probably like laugh his ass off. More than a little mind of boogling, Anderson has faced the third most shots in the league and boots a 960 36 save percentage and a 2.03 goal American Goal Association. He's 7-3 in November, and as the Senators have clawed their way into second place in the Atlantic Division, who saw that coming? Unquote.
And how is this funny?
I just thought you might like to hear about that. How they're saying on his they had to add that little. It's like that little stupid funny. That's why like funny. It's just like
it wasn't even funny. I didn't even grin or laugh once.
It's not funny as in like hysterical funny. It's that funny like you think you're funny, but you're not. Kind of funny.
Okay, we're just going to stop it at there because we're out of time on today's show. And that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for enjoying the Sports Review Show. And if you guys did enjoy the Sports Review Show on this sports channel, please drop a like. Don't forget to sub if you're new to my channel. Definitely helps my channel grow. And once you do, hit that the sub notifications. There's a bell. I kind of mixed that up for a second. Yeah, I messed that up. Okay, let me try that one more time. Once you do hit the subscription button, there will be a bell notification, so that way you can stay up to date with live streams, new videos, and such. And that being said, I'm Kyle the Pug, and for Cowboy Nick.
Cowboy Nick, Merry Christmas!
It's not Christmas yet, but we're getting there. So, and I'm Kyle the Pug once again. I will see you guys in the next episode. So have a good day, and as always, stay safe. Peace!
You've been out all night, I don't know where you've been. You're slurring all your words, not making any sense, but I don't fucking